Niggas either got all the energy or y'all about to crash.
No, you know niggas get goofy as fuck when they tired.
I know, that's
nigga.
why I'm like, I can't do nothing but watch. Just sit here and watch.
3 a.m. starts, boy.
Man, y'all up here reciting whole movies.
Nigga.
These niggas actors and don't even know it. All right, welcome to the Locked Picture Podcast, where we discuss all things film and a little TV too. I'm your host, Marques, and you know I got my A1s with me, Triz and Lloyd. And before we jump into it, please like, share, subscribe. Join the Locked Picture Podcast family. We'd love to have you. So last week, we discussed the legendary career of Mr. Eddie Murphy. So it's only right that we dive into 3 of his most beloved films, from Smooth Operator to Wrongfully Convicted Lifer to Rasputia. Eddie Murphy's range is insane. Let's get to it. So, gentlemen, why these 3 movies?
Honestly, I don't even remember how we landed on these 3.
So I can say for life, right? In life, you take a fucked up situation and you just make it hilarious, or even you forget how fucked up it is, right? Because it's that funny. Like, you do that great of a job, that has to be like.
So you're asking, like, why these movies? Like, why were these the 3 picked, or just like?
Yeah, why are we talking about these 3 movies? Because we went on a tangent last week. We list our top 5s, right? You know.
Was Life one on anybody's?
Life was one on both of ours.
Okay, so yeah, and Boomerang was one on
Boomerang was number 1.
And then you hadn't seen Norbit.
I have not seen Norbit.
That's why we got these.
That's why we got those 3.
Okay, I knew there was a.
And so I was trying to map out a through line with these 3 films, and this what I came up with. You know, go with me. So I think these 3 films represent or do a pretty good job of representing the 3 different sides or versions of Eddie Murphy. You know, he can be a charismatic leading man, which we see in Boomerang. And then he's also good at those partner, whether it be action, comedy, but he's good at being half of a dynamic duo. Mm-hmm. We see that with 48 Hours, even with his animated stuff, Shrek and Donkey. So I think you see that here in Life. And then the broad character comedy with Norbit. We've seen him do that where he's playing multiple characters and all of that. So I think these are his 3 big bags. So that was my through line.
Not mad at that.
So let's jump right into it. The first movie was number 1 on Lloyd's list. Released in 1992, this film marked a significant shift for Eddie from action comedy to romantic lead. Eddie's performance is understated, suave, and grounded. Boomerang follows Marques Graham, a confident, womanizing advertising executive whose world flips when he meets Jacqueline Royer, a powerful new executive who treats relationships with the same detachment he once used to. The player becomes the one being played. Boomerang. Why is this your number 1 Eddie Murphy film, Lloyd?
Just when it comes to me and film, man, I love to see us represented in a positive light. So, you know, being business owners or, you know, well-to-do individuals, not your typical, I mean, because around this same time you had your Boys in the Hoods, your New Jack Cities, you know, all of this, what everybody would assume is our culture, or, you know, likes to stereotypically place as our culture. You get a movie like Boomerang that is completely 180-degree polar opposite of the norms that these people try to place on us. And it was just a dope film. I guess you could put it in that lane of like a rom-com in a sense. And I think it served on both fronts. You know, he had his love interest, the love triangle in a sense. And it was just funny as hell. It was just a good ass movie.
Great cast too.
Oh,
wonderful cast.
Wonderful cast.
Wonderful cast.
I mean, you got a young Halle Berry, you got Robin Givens, you got a young Martin Lawrence,
right?
Layla
young
Rashawn,
Chris Rock, Layla Rashawn, Tisha Campbell.
It was going down.
John Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon.
Can't forget
for
John
sure.
Witherspoon. That's probably my favorite scene in the whole movie. His that whole dinner scene.
Yeah.
Yes, and they just let him go. And I think he did an interview on it was either the Breakfast Club or like Vlad TV, where he talked about what made Eddie so special was that he was giving these other comedians jobs, and he would like tell the director like, nah, this dude is special. Let him do his thing. And that was one of the moments that, you know, he got to do his thing. And I'm like, yeah, this shit is hilarious. Triz, what's your initial thoughts on Boomerang?
I mean, to add on to what Lloyd said, just to see us in that positive light, like I loved it. And then you still get the comedy aspect. Like scenes, like I still randomly just yell out Curbster. Kirby. You know what I mean? I do dumb shit like that.
He was diabolical, dog.
And it's a really feel good movie. Just the bond between him and his friends. It's just a movie that you can just throw in at any time.
Yeah.
You can throw it on any time and watch it.
Is this, so I was thinking about this earlier today. Is this Eddie's first role where he plays, for lack of a better word, a normal guy?
A normal guy, yeah.
I feel like it's the first one where he's not Eddie Murphy and he's somebody else.
Oh, okay, that's a better way to put it, because I was trying to think. I'm like, Beverly Hills Cop, he's a little elevated. His character's a little elevated.
Right.
48 Hours, he's a little extreme. I know there was a few in there I didn't see, like Golden Child, so maybe he was pretty normal in Golden Child.
I've not seen that, so I can't speak on
Golden
it.
Child. That shit sound.
Coming to America, he's playing all them characters. I guess Prince Hakeem was a little grounded and less in your face, but
you have a better chance of running into a Marques Graham than any other character.
yes,
100%.
He feels more like a real person.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then I was thinking about how many films prior to this do we have with a full black cast with, like you said, that's not in the hood, not gang banging, not on drugs, but like running businesses, you know, got penthouses.
You know what I'm
Wearing
saying?
suits.
Clean as a
Straight
bitch.
up.
Clean as hell, man. I'm like, I'm ready to pull out my trench. But I struggled to, I'm sure if we did some research, but I struggled to like find a movie or think of a movie off the top of my head that depict us in that light.
Like around that same time or prior to, it wasn't many. You know what I mean?
Nah.
It wasn't many. Because even when this came out, it was met with that criticism that it was just completely unbelievable that this didn't exist. This was, what did they say, a reverse world or something like that? Like this was so far-fetched and unfathomable that black people could really be on top of shit and running things. And again, like you said, not out of the hood, not scamming, not struggling, not fighting, not killing each other. That they actually wrote, you know, articles on why this just shouldn't be a movie.
Yeah.
That shit is insane.
That's insane for real.
That I think we touched on it last time, but that interview he did on the Tonight Show where they pulled up a review and the film critic was so shocked that there were no white people in this world, and he brought up, you know, no one said anything about Boys in the Hood. And
so there was a white person in that movie at the restaurant when
this nigga
Grace
pull out an extra
Strange when she was you know, making her little move on Marques, and he wasn't going, and she She was like,
yeah,
"You're not gay. He's gay." It was a white dude. He
That's
was looking
funny
like,
as
"Oh
hell.
shit, she don't put me out there."
That's funny.
That's the only white dude I could think of in the whole fucking movie.
That's crazy. But I feel like at that time, only Eddie would have been able to pull that off.
Facts.
No other studio. I mean, no studio would have backed an all black cast doing all that if it wasn't Eddie.
Nah.
I mean, who else at that time could have done so?
The big black act. The big black cast.
Sound like them. You sound like them, goddammit.
Oh man. And I ain't
Let's
even
get
had
the
nothing to
big black
drink.
guy.
The only one that came to mind immediately was Wesley.
But I don't. Oh no, this is 92. So yeah. Wesley was.
Wesley could have done
Danny Glover.
that. Man, ain't nobody believing that
watch
shit.
out, nigga.
Ain't nobody believing that.
He had Lethal Weapon.
No.
No.
He was
Absolutely
big.
not.
He was
Absolutely.
big during
Not
this
for no
time.
role like this.
No, I'm not saying he
No
would have fit for this
suave
role, but you
Fortune
asked.
500.
You asked
No.
who
His
who was
driving Miss
out.
Daisy looking motherfucker.
Danny could have did it. He could
No,
have been
nigga.
walking around. I'm getting too old for
He'd have
this
been
shit.
looking like The Color Purple, nigga. Like, no. Absolutely not.
Wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, because Denzel wasn't a box office smash.
So what,
at
the
this
next
time.
year?
I was like, what?
I think yeah, the following year or maybe 2 years later.
With
but
Malcolm?
No, Malcolm came out this year.
Oh, it came out this year?
Yeah, the
Okay.
same year, but it didn't do no numbers like that where, the studio would be like, oh yeah, we're gonna back you in this all black cast or whatever. Yeah, so there the some of the themes that I called out here was like the reversal of gender roles with Jackie and Marques, how they flip. Emotional maturity at the he has a full Marques has a full arc where we watch this playboy grow up.
He felt feelings. He was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
How could you do this to me?
And then we already touched on it, just groundbreaking portrayals of black professionals, and black excellence. Yeah. Is there anything else? We got 3 movies, so I'm gonna
To this, I just want to say shout out to Reggie Hudlin for directing it. That house party, he was a big part of the 90s, so shout out to him making fire.
Yeah, does he still direct? Like, I feel like his name used to pop up quite a bit back in the day, and I'll look him up real quick.
And you got House Party and Boomerang on your resume. It's like you're cemented in our culture for sure.
Oh yeah, it looks like. Well, I know he produces, so I'm trying to see if this is a producer credit, but it looks like he was involved with Marshall. Oh yeah, he directed Marshall. So his last film was Candy Cane Lane with Eddie Murphy.
That movie was good though.
He directed the Sidney Poitier documentary that came out in 2022.
How was that? I know you seen it.
That was really good.
I say I know you seen it.
Yep, that was really good. And then Safety, a Disney movie. I haven't heard of that one. That might be on Disney Plus. Oh, he did The Black Godfather. Y'all seen that?
Yeah,
about Clarence Avant.
Yeah, that was tough.
That was good.
That was real good.
That was tough.
Okay, so he's still doing his thing. He produced Django Unchained.
Oh, he's still just putting out heat.
Burning Sands. Produced the new House Party. Where did y'all fall on the new House Party?
2 thumbs down.
I thought it was cool. It was all right, except for the
Kid Cudi stuff.
the Kid Cudi and the Illuminati
Oh
shit.
yeah. It did kind of go left there.
They took it left there.
But see, like even
I thought it was enjoyable.
I thought it was cool.
the thing that threw me off was the story. Is like he has to provide this money or he can't see
that's
his
what I
kid.
mean. It's
I'm
those
like,
type
get
of
the fuck outta
storylines,
here.
and that's typically what we always have, and that's why I hold Boomerang so high, because it wasn't none of that.
right.
You know, it wasn't him trying to prove his way through this company to be the best so he can be, applauded by these white people. No, it was like, shit, I'm
Like-
Marcus Graham, nigga. I'm him.
If
in
you
this
remove
industry.
Yeah.
that part of the story and the Illuminati stuff, then I fuck with it.
Yeah.
Even with it, dog, like it was dumb. It was extremely
hell.
far fetched.
Yeah, it was just
Dog.
one of the mindless.
And as
Put it
much as
on.
I'm not like the biggest fan of LeBron, at the end, like when they play ball and
He
all
just
that,
bust his ass.
and send that nigga to jail anyway, dog. That shit was so
Like it's
fucking
parts that
funny
made me
to
laugh,
me,
but I'm
dog.
like, come on, man.
Like, Brian, come on, bro. Brian, you was supposed to cut that nigga some slack. You sent this nigga to jail, bro. Bro, when I say that shit had me crying, dog.
Because you don't expect that.
And it's funny
No.
because I don't think Brian is like that great of an actor, but he does his job in the roles he picks. Like, I didn't care for him like in Space Jam, and I don't want to get too far off track, but even the joint he did, damn, see, this is why you should stay on track. Where he was at the dinner, fuck,
white dude?
with the white dude, and the dude was like, yeah, you know, LeBron,
trying
you
to-
gonna pay for it? He's like, LeBron tallying his shit up, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I forget the name of the movie, but I know what you're
That
talking about.
shit, those moments, that shit was funny.
I
But
think-
yeah, that movie I fucked with.
Where what works for him is that he doesn't take himself too seriously,
Facts.
so he's willing to
Mhm.
make a fool of himself,
Right.
and it works. Especially if you're doing a comedy, it works.
Definitely.
You know.
But yeah, I mess with the house party though.
One last thing I want to add about Boomerang. Shout out to Boomerang for giving Earth a kit. You know what I'm saying?
Real
My
talk.
chance back.
Marques.
She got blackballed.
All the
standing up.
old black women
That's hilarious.
quote that.
Dog.
I get it all
When they
the
was in
time.
that room, and he said, "Can we get it dark?" And them lights went off. He said, "Can we get it a little darker?" Bruh, there is no way.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, she was blacklisted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't get work in
Long
the US for a while.
Yeah,
And then Boomerang came.
she was too real.
Mm-hmm.
Too real. She did a lot of voice work after, though. You know.
Yzma,
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's great.
Emperor's New Groove. What up, Taj?
So why do we think, to wrap the Boomerang section up, why do we think Boomerang endures? Why is it a classic? Why does it continue to be a classic?
I mean, to go back to something that was said earlier, just what it showed at the time it showed it, and there wasn't any stereotypical stuff in there, and it was just an enjoyable film.
Man, it was an enjoyable film. It was fly. It was, symbolic of what we knew we could be, who we are. It was true to what our culture really is, who we really are. I mean, to me, that's what it was. It was just fly as shit.
And it depicted so many different shades. We can be loud, we can be obnoxious,
Absolutely.
but we can be smooth. We can
For
be about
sure.
our business.
Absolutely.
You know,
We can coordinate.
we can
coordinate.
you got to coordinate. Real quick, did y'all get into the show? Who's that?
I
Was
did.
that Lena?
Yeah, it was
I
Lena
Did
did.
Waithe.
Lena Waithe
Lena
do that?
Waithe
I think I
that.
watched the first season.
I think
checked
that's
it
the
out.
only
It
one,
was
ain't
cool.
it?
Yeah, it was
Or
only
it's
one.
two?
I believe it was only one.
I thought they had two.
I
Well,
thought they could have kept going. I was kind of
I
upset
thought
that
they could have
stopped.
too, but I really wish in situations like that could have been its own thing.
Yep.
Like even with Bel Air, not to get off track again, but like when they keep redoing these shows, rebooting them, you can go with the same structure, the same storyline, but you can make it its own thing because you're setting the bar of expectation so high when you name it after, you know what I'm
100%.
saying, one of these
100%.
classics. Because it was not at all similar to the movie. It was different. You know, it had its similarities, but it was different on its own that it should have been its own thing. And I think it probably would have had much more success. Because you probably give people who, you know, from that era, from that time, who appreciate that film, you give them 1 or 2 episodes, and if it's not hitting on all cylinders, they're out.
They're done.
Yeah.
Where you can just usher in a new audience, because I can't think of the lead actor's name, but coming from
Jackson.
Everybody Hates Chris.
Everybody, yeah.
You know, people fell in love with that show, so you're gonna give him a shot naturally when he gets to venture out and lead something new. But to call it something that
Right.
once was, it kind of puts an unnecessary pressure on.
I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping that one of the original cast members, because they were supposed
They
to be
should've.
Eddie. She was supposed to be Eddie's daughter, and he was supposed to be Robin Givens' son.
I don't
or
remember
Hallie's
how
son.
I think it was Robin Givens. It was something
situation
like
set
that, but
But yeah, I was like, please let one of them make a cameo or
You know what I
something.
mean? And that would have been
that would have did a lot
incredible
for it.
for it,
Yeah, it
right.
would've did a lot for it.
But
But
I did enjoy what I remember seeing.
yeah, I think I agree with you. You know, you give it that name, it has that weight to it. The expectations come with it, but I really enjoyed that they were kind of continuing what was started in the original Boomerang and showing young black people handling their business, you know, their
Right.
love lives, you know, dealing with life and love and all of that stuff, and it doesn't have anything to do with the stereotypical shit we are typically fed, you know.
Right.
So yeah.
Hope it worked.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like we still see its influence, the reboot, really in the late 90s. I was wondering if we didn't get Boomerang, do we get The Wood? Do we get The Best Man?
Probably not.
You know.
That door probably
Because they wouldn't
isn't
believe
open.
that those stories could be done.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I'm sure, you know, what's his name from Milwaukee that did Best Man?
It means Soul Food.
Oh, Soul Food. Yeah, Tillman.
Tillman, yeah.
Yeah.
Who did Best Man?
Best man was Malcolm.
Malcolm D. Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm wondering if they were inspired by that and to, you know,
I'm
to
sure.
wait some of those.
I'm sure.
It's like
those
you see, it's like,
projects.
oh, we can do this.
I'm sure.
Even though the ideas were probably always there, it's like they're not gonna green light it.
Yeah. But it seemed like back in the 90s they were making more films with all black casts, and it kind of went away. I don't know. Feels a little different. Feels a little different
Definitely
now.
feels a little different now.
all
It's
right.
coming back though, because Will Packer got one coming at the top
Oh
of next
you
year.
sent that preview.
Yeah, Packer's
forget
got
the-
one coming.
The name of the movie, but Hallie
Yep.
and dude from Bridgerton.
I had no idea who the fuck that was.
Oh, you know,
That's
watch
all I know him
Bridgerton.
from.
Absolutely not.
I watched
The
the
first
first
season was good.
I watched the first season. Yeah, it was
that's
good.
what I watched.
Yeah.
It was so much hype around it. I was like, okay,
It was
let me
a lot of hype around it.
watch this.
But then Moms was on my heels like, man, Bridgerton. I said, yeah, it's got to be trash if Moms on it.
Acting like she ain't put you on some dope shit.
It's your girl Shonda.
Shonda's dope.
Shondaland.
Don't get me wrong. Shonda is dope.
That was
I don't know.
if
I
she
wasn't
hadn't
feeling
did
the-
it, I don't think I would have given it a shot. I don't
Yeah.
care how much hype, but I'm like,
Just
okay, it's
the-
Shonda.
I don't know. It
You
wasn't.
just don't like that old shit like that.
Nah, just the, whatever the folklore or whatever the fuck that genre is that they were in.
You don't like swords and sandals.
No.
He don't like corsets,
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons,
All that
none of that.
bullshit.
This nigga.
If they ain't black and in the city, he don't want it.
I'm going to just sit like this for the rest of the joint.
All right. So the next movie was released in 1999, and it paired Eddie with another comedic legend, Martin Lawrence, and surrounded them with some of the funniest comedians in the game. Life follows Ray Gibson and Claude Banks, two strangers wrongfully convicted of murder in 1930s Mississippi. Sentenced to life in prison, they develop a decades-long friendship as they endure injustice, loss, humor, and hope.
You went to Monroe?
Monroe, yeah. So this was number one
Yes.
on Triz and I's list.
100%.
And I will say that for the longest, my number one was Coming to America. Now, that's the movie that if I had a gun to my head and I needed to quote, I can quote that. I still got that.
Still got that one.
Still got
tucked
that
away.
one up in here. The rest of the shit is hit or miss. I might have a moment, but this hit Netflix a couple years back, and I was just on this cycle of you know, putting it on every time before I go to bed. And that's what I would fall asleep to. And I'm like, this might be the greatest comedy ever.
So when I tell you them niggas was bacon burnt,
Oh, that's Heavy D.
that was Heavy D.
Yeah, there's plenty of people in that movie.
And out of all the people that Eddie has been paired with throughout his career, it's just something about him and Martin. And it's interesting because Martin can be a big character too. So to watch them play off of each other and know when to kind of scale back because the other one is really pushing it. I really think like people are going to look back and be like, this is some real dope acting. This is not just, you know, niggas being silly. They're really performing and really acting. So
Yeah.
No,
life.
Crazy.
35 miles. I'm not driving no damn 35 miles.
Billy.
No, they
Say, well, if you boys
Getting
can
started.
read so well, how come y'all missed that sign on the door that say,
how did we miss that sign?
We ain't got no nigga pie.
say,
My name is Gibson from New York City. Let's talk turkey.
how much
So,
is it gonna
Triz,
cost?
yeah.
Turn
Why
one
is
mil.
this number one on your list?
Man, like I said, to be able to take a horrific situation and have people laughing the entire time, like you have us laughing the entire time, y'all spending your life in prison, knowing that y'all shouldn't be there. And now we're looking for the next laugh and not looking to see if you're going to get out. Like you turned the whole situation from trying to fucking fly a plane, not being a pilot and crashing that shit to drawing your own map. Everything that they did in there, like it was brilliant.
You know, I was thinking about this while I was writing my notes. This came out the same year as The Hurricane, who was also wrongfully convicted. And I was just thinking about the two different approaches, the two different energies.
Oh my God.
Same situation, but played just drastically different. And it kind of made me chuckle. Like this was the bookend. They were like bookends for each other.
Because they gave you the raw on one side, and then they made you see the humor in the other.
Bro, the moment where they get sentenced, and the judge says life, and the two just go, that might be my favorite moment because I feel like there was no script. The director just said, Martin,
Just
you
go
do your
for
thing.
it.
Eddie, you over here, do your thing.
Even the scene leading up to it and then for that to happen, like, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I'm telling Judge, them was spanky boos. Like, they had their whole shit planned out. They was getting off. Hell no. And then they went off.
They went off. That was one of my favorite moments. I really liked how they handled what's Nunez's character name?
Biscuit.
When he gets shot.
Yeah.
And they all just kind of stop. Like it was like a real human moment in an otherwise pretty funny and silly.
It brought you back to the reality of the situation because they were literally just having a party.
Yes,
they were literally just having a party.
Yeah,
and then he.
So I really liked how that was shot.
Rude ass.
And then my other favorite moment is them on top of the glass,
the beer bottles, the glass
I
bottles.
just think that really encapsulates
all these years. I forgot how annoying the sound of your voice is.
I really feel like that really captures the essence of their relationship.
I mean, it went through decades of them being in prison. You got an old Martin running to go get this pie while he getting shot at. You know what I mean? And Eddie just watching it because they weren't speaking for years.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And like,
what made him stop speaking?
After Can't Get Right.
Oh, yep. After he got up out of there. That's right. Went to go play baseball.
They ain't get their party.
Yep. They had a couple opportunities where you thought, well, obviously they presented it like they were going to be able to get out, and it just never panned out for them.
Mm-mm.
But then, like, the older Eddie got, the funnier he got. And from when they were old and they ain't in there laying down. And he's like, I hope you piss in the bed with that weak ass bladder.
Well, if I do, I'm going to put the sheets on
you. You can see Martin break character. He started cheesing hard as a bitch.
Cracking up. Cause he turned. I want to know about the plan you got.
But that's why I
Just
wish.
what in the fuck you looking at, Ray?
I wish they would have did more movies. It makes no sense to me that they only did this one.
Now that's a movie that I would have loved to see the sequel. What is life like after they got out? What was life like?
Do that.
Do that shit.
They old.
Do it. They old for real.
They old for real. Now. Like
Man.
do that movie.
That shit.
That would be dope. I would
hilarious.
definitely watch that.
He wearing that dress, girl. Dog, there's so many quotables
Dog,
from that
that
movie.
movie is hilarious.
You
Front
kind
to
of
back, top to bottom.
touched on some of the themes that are presented in this film. Obviously, friendship formed through adversity. You know, they started off as strangers. They were in a bind, and then they get sentenced to life in prison. So they have no choice but to kind of become friends. You ain't got nobody else, you know.
Loan denied.
You got lost potential. You know, they both had big dreams. Claude was what? He just started at the
He about to
bank.
be a bank teller.
He's finna be a bank teller on Monday.
Yeah.
1930s.
He's gonna buy season tickets to the Yankees.
See,
Oh
man,
yeah,
was
yeah, he
good.
was good.
That sound like woman. That sound like lady work to me.
He was good.
Oh, that shit was funny.
And then, of course, the wrongful imprisonment and systematic racism, that's all in there. Biggest laugh.
It's too many. There's too many.
Too many.
There's too many.
It's
I
a
didn't
lot.
know. I mean, y'all niggas be quoting movies, so I,
mean,
figure y'all had one.
One
no,
of the
it's too many, bro.
one of the funniest ones is old Eddie when he said, "Well, I guess we're gonna be some shot up motherfuckers." Like,
He said, why you always got to say nasty shit? Because I'm a nasty motherfucker.
I think you mentioned it when we were talking about the doc, but the line where he had just gotten played at the poker.
that's-
and he was sitting at
that
the.
was Lloyd. Yeah,
Oh, that was you.
yeah, that was Lloyd.
And he said, "Who? Whichever bitch I come here and start choking."
He said, where that girl?
Oh,
what girl? What girl? What girl? Next time I come in here, whatever bitch I start choking, that's what girl.
That line.
It made him such a real person in that moment.
Yeah.
Like
You felt the frustration.
he
Like,
putting this shit on to get out of there. Like he mad as hell.
He said, hey, you still got that $2 I gave you?
and what's so brilliant about both of them is like you can't tell what's planned and what's not. Like I don't know what was
The whole
what
movie
was
felt
written.
like it was probably off script, bro.
And then especially when you get to the jail and you get Bernie and
Man, you
and
know what
all
I'm
them,
saying?
like
It is off. The introduction at the table when everybody found out why each one of them was in there.
Y'all ain't heard about it? Ray and Claude most violent killing spree. So I stab a nigga.
I wish this spoon was sharp. I stab motherfucker right now.
He say it wasn't the Santa Claus, it was a Santa Claus. It was a man in a suit.
One of them Salvation Army people at the bed.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I'm just like at that point, I feel like you just putting the camera in the room and just rolling.
You let them do what they do.
Let them do what they do.
When he brought the baby out and he was trying to figure out who the dad was, he put him up next to everybody. And when he got right next to Can't Get Right, and Bernie said, "I'm the baby."
Man.
Bro, that movie is fucking hilarious.
Like
dog.
even when they imagine him being at Ray's
At the
boom
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 room.
and he busting it and then
Say, oh shit, party
Anthony
on.
Anderson, he farting. He's like, boy, shut your mouth
And your fat ass.
boy. Dog.
That is a funny ass movie.
I wondered if the flashback to the Boom Boom Room was like a homage to Harlem Nights. Cause I watched it and it felt like
I mean, he definitely gave love to Harlem Nights because even when he fought Goldmouth,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He said, I know a bitch named Della hit harder than you.
Yep.
Say he still ain't get my cornbread.
Pow, knocked his ass out.
So why do we feel like this film endures and continues to find an audience?
Because it came out 26 years ago and we know the lines like it came out last weekend. That's why.
I feel like it's the ultimate buddy comedy. Like you said, you have strangers that meet because the nigga tried to pickpocket you. Y'all come into this crazy situation and become friends. And it's like the ultimate buddy comedy up until their old age and getting released.
You got Martin and Eddie at the top of their powers. Is there any other pair of comedians that you feel could pull off, not do this movie, but pull off that kind of chemistry, and that laugh per minute, or however you want to call it?
I'm gonna go on the record and say no.
I don't know.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
If it is, it's gonna have to be somebody in Cat Williams. I don't know who else to do it, but I think it had to be Cat Williams.
Maybe a young Dave Chappelle.
I wanted to see where you could put, but Dave is like that intelligent comedy.
Now,
the storyteller. Yeah, I mean, we ain't talking about the young
The
Dave.
20-something-year-old Dave Chappelle.
I'm talking about the half-baked Dave.
So who would you pair him with to get that?
Who, a half-baked Dave?
Yeah. Cat Williams.
I'd pair him with a Mike Epps, young Mike Epps.
I'm not the biggest fan of Mike Epps, so
I like Mike Epps, dog. I like his movies more than his stand-up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was talking about stand-up.
Okay, then yes.
Right, but I knew where,
Yeah.
because instantly that's what you think of, and you'd be like, yeah, Mike, I don't know. No, his movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you that.
Watch him in Next Day Air.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I've never seen that movie. It was not on my radar
And I'll
when
be
that
like,
came
nope.
out. I didn't know.
They weren't fucking with me when I was broke.
But yeah, I do
goddamn.
agree. You got Eddie and Martin at the top of the game.
Nobody was
Probably
bigger
the
than
best
them at that
chemistry.
time.
Yeah.
Like,
And they're both good at playing characters, and they both have that experience with the makeup and the prosthetics and all that. So they're both in that lane that was required for life, because the old man,
the upper room.
the
I'ma just bust up in the motherfucker.
That's probably what I quote the most.
no jello after seeing the shit I saw.
That's what I quote the most, is the upper room.
Man.
Say, you know how they get that in there.
It's on you, ass sniffer.
Well, and we got to shout out Rick James, because a lot of people, I was one of them for years, did not know
That was Rick James.
that was Rick James.
Spanky.
You ain't know who he was fucking with.
But you did.
Man,
Now, Rick James did his thing in there.
Yeah, he did.
He
handled his
did.
business.
because I just thought he was some actor that, got a gig and then you ain't never seen him again. And it wasn't until it popped back up on Netflix, and I'm like, why do I know that? I know that man.
He looked like a live action Goofy movie villain in the movie.
That suit, that big ass suit. With the slick back.
You feel
Hell
it.
yeah.
He looked just like it.
That's funny as hell. Does the name Spanky Johnson ring a bell? Spanky?
Spanky Johnson?
No.
No, I don't think I heard him.
Some trivia about Life is so we talked about them doing the prosthetics and the makeup. It was nominated for its makeup work. The artist's name is Rick Baker. So Eddie Murphy, anytime Eddie Murphy does any film where he's transforming, he works with Rick Baker. He's retired now, but I
Rick
just
is that
wanted
dude.
to call out some of his work. He started, his big break came with the American Werewolf in London. He did Thriller.
They should have got him for the Michael Jackson movie because
Right.
He retired. He was like, nah, that's why he looked bloated.
They got Hustle Man.
Where am I? Coming to America. He did The Nutty Professor. He did Men in Black. He did Life. He did Wild Wild West. He did How the Grinch Stole Christmas. He did The Clumps. He did,
So he did both of them.
So he's
at
the GOAT.
Same time.
Yeah, he the GOAT.
The
He's the GOAT.
Haunted Mansion.
That movie was funny.
He did Norbit, and he did Tropic Thunder. It said specifically Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, he's the GOAT.
He's
Hands
GOAT.
down. The GOAT. What's his name again?
Rick Baker.
Rick Baker.
Dog,
is the
Michael
GOAT.
Jordan, Tom Brady, and Rick Baker. GOAT.
He was nominated for 11 Academy Awards for special effects makeup, and he won 7.
He got robbed on the other ones because I don't give a fuck what he was against.
He won
He's
7.
probably against himself.
They were for The Nutty Professor, Men in Black, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. He lost for Coming to America.
Wow,
and
they
Norbit.
full of shit. And Norbit.
So there was
got
no
nominated for
there was
that.
no
But I'm saying-
nomination for
Wow.
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, Robert Downey Jr. Oh, his work? No.
Wow, because that was a black man.
Yeah.
Rick Baker.
But Robert Downey Jr. got nominated, so maybe that they just gave him the nomination.
They said
didn't
they
give
got enough over there.
Yeah, they didn't give him the makeup.
Nah, he
nomination.
snapped.
It was like, they ain't nothing but that ain't nothing but a little foundation. Robert doing the work.
No, he be snapping.
We
with his
can't
work.
nominate him in case these motherfuckers get mad that he did it.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
Facts.
because now they be like, hey, who was that motherfucker that? No, he snapped.
All right. Now, the third and last film that we're going to discuss was released in 2007. Eddie reunited with the famed makeup artist we were just speaking about, Robert Baker, to pull off triple duty as Mr. Wong, Rasputia, and Norbit. Norbit follows Norbit Rice, a meek, kind-hearted man raised in an orphanage run by eccentric Mr. Wong. After growing up lonely and timid, Norbit finds himself trapped in a miserable marriage to loud, aggressive, and controlling Rasputia Lattimore. His life changes when his childhood sweetheart, Kate, returns to town, forcing Norbit to rediscover courage and reclaim his life. Gentlemen, why is Norbit a Eddie Murphy classic?
Because he played an Asian man.
Well, ho!
Right in the blowhole. Bro, we
No,
can't.
how about you answer this question? How about you answer that question?
It was so good.
Yo, I was concerned. For some told me that you were not gonna like it.
I did not.
You asshole.
I did not. Bro,
Bro, get the fuck out of here.
So we sat
Cut the tape.
we sat there and watched.
Take me out to show.
You know, she loved the movie, and she was like, "You watching Norbit?" And I was like, "Yeah, for the pod." She was like, "Oh, that don't seem like something you like." I was like, "No, I'm gonna give it a shot." I sat there. I forget what line it was, but
Was it who's eating turkey ass?
no, I think it was Eddie Griffin. Something about titties. I can't remember the line, but that made me chuckle. But the rest of it, I was just
nigga,
like,
what? So when she slammed that speaker on that nigga
his
head,
he
you
had
know,
the
like,
wine cooler. He getting loose at the party. No. So after I
Come
rewatched
on,
it again,
tripping.
he was as timid and reserved as could be until Kate came back. He was going crazy in that little child show with the puppets. Take your big ass to Rib Shack and get your home meal. He was going crazy, and then when she came back after that, though, he was on Rasputia ass. He's like, "Well, you have been eating a lot. Maybe you getting big."
So what did you not like? It just wasn't.
it just wasn't funny to me.
Wow.
I'm
You were
sorry.
tired, huh?
Huh?
You were tired when you watched
I
it?
tried 2 days.
This is crazy. This is blasphemy.
I watched it 2 days in a row.
Come
This
on
is
now.
blasphemy.
And the second day, I had coffee. I sat there,
Go Norbit.
I had coffee, and I watched it. It wasn't like it wasn't the worst movie I've seen. It just wasn't. It's not something I would revisit again. No.
Bro. You wasn't fucking with Norbit.
No, Norbit
I
was
would-
funny as fuck.
I would
nigga.
rather watch Medea.
Oh wow! I'm done.
Yeah.
I said it.
I am done.
I said it.
I can't believe you.
So I think Norbit should have been a sketch he did on Saturday Night Live,
Bro,
like
stop.
a minute sketch.
You tripping?
I'm not tripping.
You tripping?
How long are we gonna sit here and watch the joke about her being fat, black, and mean?
As long as the movie ran.
No, that's why I was like, no, this could have been a 3-minute sketch. that I would have been like,
Dog,
all
you
right,
wildin', dog.
You know what? That's that man's opinion. That's his opinion.
Well, it sucks.
It
no,
is.
the movie sucks.
I can't wait to hear what they gotta say because I know they're gonna let you know that Norbit was funny as shit.
And I will be in the comments to let you know, no, it wasn't. No,
Bro,
it wasn't.
oh my God.
Dog, Norbit had me fucking crying, dog.
Mm-mm. His voice was grating.
But you know what's funny though? Watching the documentary, it was times he was talking. I was like, this nigga sound like Norbit.
And was Norbit?
I know it's him, motherfucker. You making that face,
I'm like,
but it's like
Norbit, nigga.
I was like the timidness of Norbit. I was like, is that the real Eddie Murphy? Where it's like you have this Eddie Murphy that the world sees, but him himself, he's Norbit.
Well, he told you he's more of
he's
an
probably
introvert. He
closer.
ain't the
Yeah.
life of the
Closer to
party.
Norbit.
But you know what I
type
mean?
thing.
Like, yeah.
No, he's definitely
Bro, that
personality
funny
seems closer
as
to
a bitch.
Norbit.
And then it's just his fro. Like that motherfucker was stiff as a bitch.
He did have a stiff fro. I'm like, what?
Hey, Marlon Wayans was in there clowning. You wasn't fucking with none of that. None of that.
Mm-mm. Yeah, no.
Wow.
You know,
I'm
it's
actually
funny.
shocked.
I'm not shocked.
I
I'm
am.
not. I anticipated him not liking the shit. That's why when he came in and started, he said it was so good.
I wanted to like it because I was
then.
like, these niggas just gonna be like, we knew it. We knew
I
it.
fucking knew it.
But I
fucking knew it.
did watch it twice.
No.
And I was wondering, I'm like, is this one of those films that if you didn't see it when it came out and experienced it then?
This is it. We ain't doing no more comedies. We ain't doing no more comedies. Musicals and mind bogglers from now on. That's it. That's all this nigga appreciates.
Hey, it's
We ain't
funny.
doing nothing
We just
else.
talked about a whole comedy.
We ain't doing shit
with
else.
life.
It's funny because
That's
Marques
the
texted me
anomaly.
the other day. He's like, man, I want to make a film. I was like, yeah, I'm trying to boggle some minds.
That's it. That's all y'all appreciate, man.
No, it's not. I love comedy. We just sat here and talked about life. That's a whole comedy. We've talked
got-
about. We
okay.
talked about. Well, we didn't talk about it, but we touched on Coming to America. All his other films, comedies.
I mean, I feel you,
I
bro.
think
And I'm not gonna get hung up on Norbit, but Norbit was funny as shit. Though.
I think I appreciate Eddie more when he is doing his characters when they're like more secondary. Cause like
I mean, but
if you
every one of them are characters, though.
the Nutty Professor, but I mean I'm talking about so like if you look at the Nutty Professor, he is playing the lead as Sherman,
Right.
But Sherman isn't he isn't like extreme. He's just fat.
But that's.
But I mean,
not
he's not
his
his
character
personality.
though.
Yeah,
That's not
exactly.
that's not that personality.
I know, and so I feel like that makes it.
So the lead was
Easier to watch.
Norbit, who was not extreme.
Was he slow, by the way? Is he
Rest-
slow in it? I'm sorry,
He
not
just-
slow. Is he? What are we? Yeah,
You ain't gonna be
whatever. It's too
politically
late.
correct. It's
Yes.
over with.
I mean, you used
But
that was
they
the best
touched.
word for that time.
That was the best word.
That was the best word you could have used. But he was just this
You could have hit him with the hard
Super-
R. He got us all in trouble.
man. What, bro? TikTok
And
was
the
like, we
crazy
not
thing
posting this
is,
shit.
like that used to be like we
Back
used to
then?
say the word all the time.
All the time.
I kind of miss the word.
All right, hold on. Boop.
It's just
The views and opinions expressed by Marques are
it's a
his fucking
funny
own.
word.
Dog.
I didn't say it. I'm just saying.
Back in the
It's kinda
90s,
funny.
that shit was thrown left and right.
Man,
Left and right,
come on.
bro. But I don't know. I mean, I thought it was funny. Rasputia being she would have been more like the co-lead or the supporting or however you want to put it. And then even Mr. Wong, like all of those characters were still.
I like Mr. Wong.
You know, what I'm
You
saying?
didn't like her brothers?
Well, those weren't Eddie. He's talking about
No.
like
I'm just
Eddie
saying. I'm just talking about, like,
Yeah.
yeah. Mr. Wong. Mr. Wong was hilarious.
Yeah. No, I like Mr. Wong.
you know,
He was
what I mean?
the favorite out of the three.
Yeah. I didn't mind Norbit. I
But you
hated
know, Rasputia is based off of a real person. Did you find that in your research?
No, I didn't.
Rasputia is actually based off of
Yeah.
a real woman.
She needs to sit her ass down.
Whoa.
She needs to sit her ass down.
If she
that
got
rude and
royalty, she
mean?
probably is. I don't have no
That I
idea.
don't know.
That I don't know. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm talking
That's
about
like the size.
visually.
Never mind. You don't have to sit down. I thought you were just a horrible person. Okay.
Dog, no.
I thought she was just a horrible person.
That movie.
She was the worst.
She was. She was terrible.
She was the worst.
She was meant to be though. She was an asshole.
What was the catchphrase?
What you do? How you doing?
doing?
Yeah.
How you do? Oh my God. I was like, I wanted to punch the TV. Say that one more time.
You doing?
Say that one more time. And then when she said it to the little, what did she fall or something and landed next to the kid? And she was like, how you doing? Bro, leave that little girl.
So
alone.
nigga,
Leave that little girl
them
alone.
sitting in the car, that shit wasn't funny with the seat.
I felt bad for Norbit.
far back as he goes with you.
You scientifically been adjusting my seat. She said, when I inhale, it makes my titty blow the horn. She was like,
Thought that shit wasn't funny, dog.
It was funnier when he did it.
bro, that movie was funny.
No, that movie funny as hell, dog.
Clearly, it's not his, number one. It's probably, I don't even know where you would put that. Was it,
Yeah,
was
that's
it in
what I
your
was gonna
top
ask
five? Or was
No,
it
it's-
honorable? It was
I
honorable.
thought it was honor. I thought y'all both mentioned it for honorable.
I mentioned it for honorable mention for sure.
I don't remember.
Maybe,
But, you could probably if you just did rapid fire, you could probably name 3, 4, maybe even 5 that are ahead of
I thought the movie was
Don't
funny
get me
as
wrong.
hell, dog.
I thought it was funny, bro. I think it deserves a place where it's like, okay, that was funny. That was cool. But to say it wasn't funny is kind of
it wasn't funny to me. It wasn't.
That's
funny
wild.
to me.
it's crazy.
I
So what was your
understand.
biggest laugh in there?
He said the little
can't
Eddie
think of the
Griffin, the titty
line.
joke,
Oh, yeah.
whatever it was.
It wasn't even Eddie.
No. No, I
Wow.
can't think of the line, but it was like, and I don't even think it was supposed to be like a moment. It was like one of them throwaway lines that I caught, and I was like, that's funny.
Hell, dog.
And it was early on,
Oh, I said, why these niggas make me watch
but
this movie?
I can understand. But see, I feel like the difference between me and y'all is when I don't like a movie, it's because that's just my taste. But I can appreciate why other people would like it. And it kind of gave me.
So what you trying to say? You better than us or something?
Yep.
Nigga? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, shit, keep it a buck. Fuck it.
It kind of reminded me the style of it of like the Bugs Bunny style, the cartoon where
Nigga, what?
Yeah, you
how
lost us again.
random shit would happen. So you would see her fly up out of the air and that's like the Bugs Bunny shit.
About the slide?
The slide.
The slide. What was the other part?
Well, he wanted to see a bitch go down the slide, so she had to show him.
Yeah,
bitch
but
go
it
down
was
the
almost
slide.
like this. I'm not saying it almost had the style of a live action cartoon.
So you're
Like,
saying it was like
look-
slapstick comedy, pretty much.
Yeah, but like the pacing of it and how it like moved kind of reminded me of an animated like cartoon. So I started thinking, I was like, what if he had made this an animated film?
Nah.
Would that be
Nah.
an easier way in for me?
It would have still been funny. I still would have fucking laughed.
I think seeing like this like basic
Like-
as different, like timid Eddie Murphy. Like normally in movies, he's loud, boisterous.
but he was that still with Rasputin.
But I'm talking about like the male
I
version
get
of
what you're
him.
saying, but my
Yeah.
thing is like just the little bits and pieces, like the entire walk of the movie when he's dropped off at the orphanage and Mr. Warren picks him up and said, "Oh, you're an ugly black baby." Like
black one. Oh, ugly.
said,
too.
no one ever come say, "Give me the
Yeah.
ugly black baby." No, when he was playing with Moby Dick with them with the
Yeah.
joint,
You
and
gotta
he
kill him,
said,
goddamn.
"Why
I
you
like
run off
Mr.
like a
Wong.
scared bitch?"
I like
Oh.
Mr. Wong.
I
Mr.
was
Wong was funny.
crying, bro.
Mr. Wong was funny.
Mr.
But you
Wong,
talk
Triz,
about-
Triz, you remember Mr. Wong?
Hey, tough guy.
Hey, tough guy.
But you talk about people being offended.
Yeah.
This movie would
would've-
not
bruh,
be
wouldn't have stood a
made
chance.
today.
Wouldn't have stood a
Crazy.
chance.
20
Oh
years
my
ago,
God.
it was a no holds bar. Now, Nigga, they gonna hold you to the flames.
Man, that whole, I was just like, oh shoot, he went for it.
He
was
went
like,
there, bro.
Because nobody took that shit personal back then,
I
bro. It
don't
was just
care.
comedy.
It was comedy.
But I would say I would watch a Mr. Wong movie. I would watch that.
I'd watch a sequel to Norbit. I wouldn't watch just a rat. I would watch a Rasputia movie just to see what the fuck she be doing.
Some bullshit, nigga. That shit.
I'd check it out. Eddie gonna step into it and make it hilarious.
He
man.
would. He would.
He gonna make it hilarious. What could have made it better? Did you say what could have made the movie better? For you, for your taste.
I think
Your caviar taste.
I'm not even trying to sound bougie. It wasn't funny to me. I think a little less Rasputia would have been okay.
I don't see
Or it being a sketch.
Okay. All right.
No. Or it being a sketch. Okay, so Norbit, lovers, why does Norbit continue to endure and people continue to appreciate and love this movie?
I can't speak for anybody else. It's just a thinkless, sit down. You're gonna laugh. It's a good time.
It's one of those Friday night movies for Lloyd where it's like he had a long work week. He ain't trying to have his mind boggled. He just want to laugh.
I'm not putting that shit on to begin with. I just want to laugh, bro. Life is tough and rough enough, like stressful enough. I just need to laugh, and Norbit gonna make you laugh. Life is gonna make you laugh. Boomerang is gonna make you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
But out of them three, obviously Life, but Norbit is gonna make you laugh to me just as much.
Yeah, like I can go home, turn it on now, and be cracking up, dog.
Cracking up.
Okay.
Just straight.
Like I didn't just watch it in preparation for this. I'll go watch that shit right. I'll turn it on right now. Actually, it's a TV right there. I'll put this shit on right now and be in here cracking up.
Well, it did do numbers at the box office. It was a hit.
It was funny, man. That was good.
Everywhere but the house of Marques.
No, because my wife loves that movie. It's just me. She was sitting there cracking the fuck up.
I believe it.
So at what part did she laugh the hardest?
Oh, I don't remember. She was laughing through the whole movie.
Through the whole
Dude, 'cause
Like,
it's-
and like looking
You know
at
why?
me like,
You know why? Because it's fucking funny.
to y'all.
You the only nigga without a funny bone.
Bro, I
Nigga just
laugh
hit his
at
elbow
stuff.
and be like,
Ouch.
He just grunt.
Bro, I laugh at stuff. I just didn't. We just talked about 2 fucking comedies, but now I don't laugh.
So you ain't laugh when he was talking about his daddy's watching life, huh?
Huh?
So you ain't laugh when he was talking about his daddy's watching life. And you laughing now, nigga. Norbit was funny, dog. I don't know what you was
we
tired.
can let it go, bro. It is what it is. He don't.
We gonna
he
have
don't
so
appreciate
many
it.
more
He
conversations
don't
like this.
appreciate. I know we are. It's just why.
I fuck with Norbit.
See, that's that scary movie shit. That's what did it. That did fucked you up for the comedies.
That's your Wayne.
You want to run around with knives and shit.
Oh, you mean like literal scary movies?
Yeah, literal. Yeah.
You know, like big nigga in coveralls standing in the middle,
Right.
clothes hanging up and outside and shit.
That's your type of shit.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
I like it all.
That's what
I
made
just
you
didn't like
laugh.
Norbit.
So you don't like it all.
I like it all, just not Norbit. I like most of his films. Feel like out of everything that I've seen Eddie Murphy in, there's only been 2 where I walked away and I'm like, nah, I didn't like
So what was the other one?
Mr. Church.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll give a shit about that. That's cool.
So damn, you put Norbit with that?
I'm saying
That's
out of
crazy.
all of the Eddie Murphy movies I've seen, there was 2 that I walked away that I was like, I didn't like that.
See, and I'm pretty sure I voted for I Spy just for the record. I said we should watch I Spy.
I Spy was in my top 5.
We should watch I Spy.
We could have.
Because you picked this shit, nigga.
No, because you insisted, and then I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna watch Norbit.
Because I was just shocked that you hadn't seen it. And then to find out you didn't even like it, it's crazy. But
Yeah.
that's all right.
My mind is boggled. He said good.
Good.
This has now become a Christopher Nolan podcast.
So I wanted to throw in just a little casting trivia. We kind of touched on some of the roles that Eddie Murphy passed on that he spoke about in the doc. Ghostbusters, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And I came across 3 other ones. Now, granted, this is the internet, so take it with a grain of salt. But got 3 for you two. Eddie Murphy passed on what animated Disney film before signing on to do the voice of Mushu in Mulan?
Toy Story.
You got to guess?
Shit, is you right?
You got to guess?
Toy Story.
Hercules.
I knew that.
The fuck?
What the fuck
Like I
was he
said,
gonna do?
this is
Was
the
he-
internet.
He's gonna be Pegasus, nigga. Like,
All right. Second, who was originally supposed to star in Beverly Hills Cop? Think 80s.
Philip Michael Thomas. I have no fucking idea, bro.
Beverly Hills Cop?
Think 80s action star.
Danny Glover.
That's funny. I was gonna say don't say Danny Glover. That's funny.
Sylvester Stallone.
Nigga, what?
Please.
Yep. It was supposed to be more of a action film, and then I don't know if he
That movie
stepped
would've
away
been
or
terrible.
if they pivoted, and then they
They'd have been
more
one and
comedy.
done. They would have been one and
Yeah,
done.
They added more
That movie
comedy
would've
once they
been
got
trash.
Eddie. Lastly, what iconic biopic was Eddie rumored to have been attached to in the early 90s?
Eddie Murphy. Mike Tyson. This nigga looked at me like, nigga.
In the early 90s.
It's a movie that was made, just wasn't made with Eddie.
In the early 90s?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I need a hint. Hold on. We got to get one right.
It was eventually directed by Spike Lee.
Malcolm X, nigga?
Eddie Murphy was supposed to be Malcolm
The
X.
studio.
I'm done
Who
here.
the fuck?
What I like I said, take it with a grain of salt. What I
You need to
found
take
on
that with some yak, nigga. Who's gonna put Eddie Murphy?
Matter of fact.
the studio. So they went through all that hoopla with the making of. The studio had, the studio was doing the film. They had a white director, and I believe they wanted Eddie Murphy. And then once the director, the original director, walked away from the project, Spike Lee got it and, kind of rewrote the script and
I'm thankful.
got Denzel. I'm like, yeah.
I'm thankful.
That would have been crazy.
I feel like Eddie's a very talented actor.
I don't think he was finna pull off no Malcolm
But I don't,
X.
yeah.
That's
Especially
that's
after
trying to milk
you
a cash
watch
cow.
what Denzel did. It's
I don't give a
hard
damn
to
if you ain't see what Denzel did.
I feel like
Dr.
him,
Doolittle would have never.
nigga, I feel like him trying to deliver some of those like speeches. It would have been like Vampire in Brooklyn, like delivering.
You know what?
shits.
I'm not gonna doubt Eddie, man. He probably could have done a decent job, but I don't.
I don't
You
see
talking
it.
about the GOAT, bro?
I just don't see it.
None of us saw it, nigga. They didn't do it.
I think
Thankfully,
he.
No disrespect
I think
to
he
Eddie.
got it in him. You get the right director. He's talented. Right prep. I think he could pull it off.
That's all I'm saying.
But I don't know. I saw that one and I was like,
that is strange.
yeah.
See,
And I was
start
debating
speaking
on
Spanish,
whether,
nigga?
I was debating on whether I should put it up there, but I was like, nah, this
Because who would know? Who would think that?
a money hungry studio.
I'm talking
they
about.
don't
I'm talking
give a
about like
fuck
you
about
asking
none of
trivia. Who's going to be like, oh, it was this movie?
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Crazy.
And I love Eddie Murphy, but absolutely not. If you tell me that a movie's coming out and Eddie Murphy is playing Malcolm X, I'm gonna be like, so this is satire.
Straight up. Say on SNL or something?
Like I don't like. Is what version of Malcolm X is this? Like what Malcolm X goes to?
He could have been Detroit.
Because pure comedy, I mean pure drama. He's only done that Mr. Church movie that I can think of. Because Boomerang is still, you got some drama, you got romance, you got comedy. You know,
could Eddie Murphy had done Training Day?
I would like to see that. I would like to see him try. I don't know. I feel like when you're dealing with somebody like that who can just pull out characters, I'm sure there's stuff we haven't
reached
seen.
In there and found, he
could have found something. And Denzel's big moment was improv, and we know Eddie can go off the riff, so and he has a dark, he had some dark moments in his life that I'm sure he could pull from.
But the fucked up thing is, like, he'd have been going off like that in the jungle, and all you would have heard was donkey. Like, that's what would have fucked up everything.
I don't
he would have had to put on like a dude. He would have had to put on a voice or something. He would have
just been hilarious.
Just somebody's gonna make an AI.
I hope so.
Of donkey.
See, that's King to me. Kong, that's what AI should be. Do King shit like Kong that.
Got shit on me.
Yeah, no, I don't. Shrek. I don't know. I don't know if he could have. I mean, like you said, with all the characters he have, but I don't know.
You don't know shit tonight, huh?
Hey. It's one of them nights.
All he knows is Norbert is funny.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what he knows. Thanks. He know that.
That's all I need.
But yeah, no, I feel like most comedians are very talented actors. They're just not given the opportunity. Like you mentioned Marlon, and he's also in Norbert.
Yeah.
Marlon has some amazing dramatic moments in his career.
Did you see his tape for Richard Pryor?
No.
It was fucking terrible.
It was the dude from the ice cream shop in White Chicks.
It was.
What?
Bro, it was. I'm like, bro, there's no way you went in there thinking you was gonna land Richard with that.
It was bad.
Is that why?
And I'm
why they
Marlon
showed
Wayans
it? Exactly
fan.
why
it was terrible.
Because it was
not
supposed
send
to
it
be
to you.
him first, and then Mike Epps, right? Okay,
I'm gonna send it to you.
And Mike handled his business. If you saw Mike's tape,
I didn't see his tape. I saw a picture. I think
I was saying he even kind of looks more of the part anyway.
Yeah.
But and no disrespect to Marlon at all, but man, I was watching that tape and I was like,
in my eyes, he can do no wrong, but that was wrong.
That was very close to wrong. That was very close.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he has proven that he can do drama too. We've seen him do that
for sure.
Just maybe not Richard Pryor.
That's too much drama.
Any final thoughts, gentlemen, on Eddie, on these 3 films?
I feel like Eddie can do anything. Except for I don't know if he can do Training Day.
I was just finna say, nigga, you just said.
Nope. I feel like he can do anything, but I don't know if he can do Training Day. And definitely didn't want to see him as Malcolm X.
I think Eddie is a trendsetter, and he continues to be a trendsetter, because if you look at the films that he was doing when we talked about this in the 80s, you know, he proved to the studios that black actors could sell overseas. He initially started, or jump started that whole buddy cop genre that we continue to see to this day. And then when he started, I know he wasn't the first one to do multiple characters, but I felt like he was probably the most known and the on the biggest platform to do that. And then we see, the Martins, the Waynes follow suit. Oh, the Waynes are doing it probably at the same time too, right? Because was Keenan playing multiple characters in like I'm Gonna Get You Sucker and stuff like that?
Nah, he was just his one person.
So it was just Sean and Marlon then. but we see that whole wave come after he did it with Coming to America and then The Nutty Professor. So and now he's got his Netflix deal. You see a lot of other comedians, they're doing the Netflix thing. So I feel like he continues to be a trendsetter and people follow suit.
I agree.
You know, he it's not even like he kicked in doors. He built the thresholds for others to walk through, and made a lot of opportunities for people to make movies that I think, as Lloyd said earlier, that like they just wasn't available to do.
Yeah.
So he was that guy. He led the charge.
For sure. You got anything to add to that, Lloyd?
Nah. You know, Boomerang, Forever Fly, Life is a probably top 5 all time great movie. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Norbert funny.
Norbert
my
funny,
final
bro.
thought,
I'm
nigga.
sorry.
I'm crazy. Norbert's funny. Remember, if
That
you
tracks.
enjoyed, no, it don't. We ain't gonna put that.
We did
out
not
there.
make him say that.
tracks.
They did. Remember, if you enjoy this content, please like, share, subscribe, drop a comment. You know, with the holiday season fast approaching, we will start to revisit our favorite Christmas movies. So please stay tuned for that. Thanks for joining the Lock Picture Podcast. Until next time, remember, movies are when dreams and magic meet reality. Peace.